gave me a pen. Came right heart and she gave me a pen.
Cats think they know me. I ain't even gave y'all, you know what I'm saying? A quarter of who I am.
Let me get to know you.
Yeah, talking about.
No, please, baby.
Yeah. I've been trying to let you know, man.
No,
Been trying to
please,
tell you.
spare the
Yeah, you wasn't listening, man. Listen, man.
so
Talk so much. Hey, yo, my life consists of love, hate, sometimes in your straight face, but I never let it go to waste. I write from the heart while others trace. Make no mistake, what I jot down, believe in your mug squinch. Like you just been sprayed with mace. Thugness, drug stories, my saga got killers changing up fate. Snitching is a disgrace. Mob legacy, what it was is what it ain't. And you can feel the pain when I paint this. The skies turn green in the summertime. Strays get shot, lives get taken. The dumb, deaf, and blind need to awaken. Cause the poor getting more poor, the rich keep taking. The earth is possessed, the worst is the best. The best is considered the worst, but here's a classic verse. I had to get it mastered first, this ain't entertainment. I'm trying to get acquainted.
let me get to know you. No, please, make it last. No, please, spare the moment. Good things go so fast.
Yeah. Hey yo, hold your weight, Golden State. My culture is folding cake. I hit the Remy just to get me out of sober state. Load clips, get a load of this. Street soldier, I'm soloist. Most Ayatollah with a shoulder chip. Cushion the zip. Hole in the wall flips. Bootleg outfits and counterfeit hundreds. I'm about it when I want it. No doubt, but down in your season is in. Last year, y'all fake dudes fronted. I'm back with a vengeance. Didn't want to beat you over the head. Next time I'm coming with my ninjas. Straight from the trenches. Barbaric weaponry. My skin thick, it's the opposite of leprosy. Believe it or not, you ain't heard the best of me. I'm in the kitchen with the first prize recipe. Get a tester, the best of. I'm on the turf with it again. Now what's up? What up?
Let me get to know you.
It's chat.
Please,
I gotta holler at you. Know me first, man.
no, please, spare
You don't really know me like that, man. Know me, nigga. So I advise you to get acquainted with the real side of me, man. You know what I mean? It's real over here in the field, man. Medallions, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Real talk. GCM all day.
morning, everyone. Welcome to the coffee stream. I am joined by Dodge the Grave.
Hello, everyone.
You might recognize her as Dodge This 82. She rebranded and did inform me in this situation.
I sent you my channel icon.
Yes, but this is like you did it afterwards. Like after it's like, oh, Dodge the Grave. I wonder if that sounds a lot like Dodge's name. Huh. Never put it together because I'm a ditz. And also Phoenix Fire.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
No, by the time you were on the stream, yes, I knew you had changed your name. It just was really funny because I was like, Dodge the Grave. I wonder if Dodge knows about this person.
You're funny. Are we related? Because we have the same first name.
did they steal her name? Does Dodge know someone else wants to be a Dodge?
Right,
Oh.
because I'm just so popular.
Oh,
that
very
they-
much.
they
You have
wanna-
700 people that like you.
Dude, it still hasn't sunken in. Like, it's still surreal to me.
Dodge the Grave
Someone's-
is greater than Dodge This 82. It
I
is a
was
better
just
name.
reading that.
It is a better name, yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, then I can't call you 82 anymore. Well, I can. Just no one else will understand why.
Yeah, we'll have an inside joke. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be like BFFs or something. Oh my god.
Good morning, hair-raising narratives, Derringer, Onyx Vale, September Dragon Audio, which actually gets to keep his name for the month.
Oh.
I always change it to whatever month it is, and it's actually September now, so it's like, oh, I can't call him something else.
Oh, so will he be October Dragon Audio next month?
Yes, he will be. Yep.
Oh, sweet.
That's what I always do to him. He doesn't change his name. I just change it whenever I see him.
Oh.
It's become our
Of
our
course.
joke.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking my level. Sorry.
I'm watching.
I was
things move.
doing that too. I just had to mute YouTube because there was a delay, and I was like, "Wait a minute, who's speaking right now?"
You're silly. The voices in my head are too real now. They're too real.
October Dragon is my favorite dragon. True story, hair raising. True story.
Someone needs to now become October Dragon and steal poor Dragon's name. Good morning, creepy clown girl. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, creepy clown girl. I love her so much, man. She has been a huge supporter. I kind of gave her like the mom like role because she's been super sweet and super supportive. I love creepy clown girl. She's awesome.
Don't worry, she's just creepy and a clown.
Oh,
I don't know. So we actually have creepy clowns for Halloween this year, and I don't like it. I don't mind clowns. I just don't like creepy clowns because I just feel like it's like over the top and just like like, I mean, creepy clown girl is exception to this rule, but I meant like statues and things. I'm like, why creepy clowns? Why is this a thing? Why? People are just scared of normal clowns. Just put a normal clown out there, you'd be fine. If people are scared of clowns, they're gonna be scared of that normal clown.
what do you constitute as an absolute creepy clown? Like, are we talking It? Or are we talking?
Oh God, yes.
The what is the thing on Netflix? The Terrorizer or whatever that movie was.
Casey.
Oh God, yes, Casey. Well, with these creepy clowns, it's makeup overside of a skull.
Oh, okay.
Like, come on, no. And then we have this like giant head that is a clown. It's just like, oh my God, no, guys, clowns can be creepy without having to do much to them. It
Are we
just
talking those
smiles.
clowns from Joe Dirt? Good one, hair raising.
Maybe. Don't talk about Joe Dirt. We don't want to bring the dirt in here.
No.
I don't have to
please
clean it
no.
up. I don't want to clean it
Be
up.
clean, guys.
It's too early for cleaning. No.
Yes, it is 8 a.m. where I am.
Oh my God.
But yeah, 8 a.m. is not 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is no, the clown from It is quite creepy.
The old It or the
both.
new one? Oh, both. Okay.
Both. They got two good actors to play It.
Good
sure.
morning, creepy clown girl. Good morning.
And apparently, September Dragon Audio might change his name for 1 month for October, legit, for spooky season, because everyone loves spooky season.
I'm seeing that. Good decision, September. Love that.
Yeah, just for October. You gotta put a little like pumpkin next to it, because you know.
No, put a clown, just so 42 will leave you alone.
That's never gonna happen. I won't leave him alone. He's hooped.
I know. Actually,
Derringer,
just
get
that.
off Dota. Get off.
Oh.
I'm watching you, Derringer.
Mm.
Jesus.
I just watched a little pop-up saying he was on Dota. I was like, I gotta make fun of him right now. Hold on. He's really calling me out.
42's tea is kicking in.
No, it's the energy drink.
Ooh.
The tea used to warm me up. The energy drink was to
Got
wake
you.
me up.
Got you. I'm a water person. Water gives me energy. I'm weird.
I'd have to drink so much water for it to give me energy. I have to be at least half a gallon for it to really do any effect.
Well, I drink so much water that I think it's I'm on the borderline of you're consuming too much. But I used to be a very heavy drinker, almost borderline alcoholic. So finally, when I threw down the alcohol, replaced it with water. So
Oh, jeez, your poor liver.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm happy you're not giving me the alcohol, but can we leave the kidneys alone for a little bit?
right.
I mean, my kidneys are my friends. Stop hurting my
You know,
friend.
It's funny because I can drink water all day. I'll be fine. As soon as I get home.
That guy's a freeloader.
What?
Nothing.
I'm
no.
hearing,
Okay, so
voices.
my
Is that
husband.
me?
Okay, so
Oh.
my recording room / where I am is in my bedroom. So my husband is asleep
Mm-hmm.
in bed, but he's not asleep anymore.
Oh.
So you'll hear random voices from him sometimes, but he can't hear
Gotcha,
you
so-
guys, so he doesn't know when you guys
Okay.
are talking.
So where I was going with that is as soon as I sit down and watch a movie or begin a narration or right in the middle of like a really good scene, my kidneys are like, hey, remember me and all that water you just fed me? It's time to go to the bathroom 14 times. So,
Just bring
it
the
sucks.
mic into the bathroom.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I need like a headphone situation where I can strap my main headphone to me.
You just need the foam panels or something around the mic.
Jeez.
Put it right on it.
What a portable thing. Oh, hold on. No, never mind. Okay. What was passed apparently. Creepy October
Hair-raising,
girl.
hair-raising. Hello, I know you haven't met me. Hello, it's nice to meet you too. I'm sorry, he gave me a shout out. So
Yes.
hey,
He's kind.
Creepy October girl. Did they do this fusion dance?
Yes.
creepy October girl. Ooh, that's a good one too.
Hair raising October.
Hello, CCG.
It's every October.
September, I drink about 4 liters of water a day. Wow, good job, brother.
I drink a lot of tea and coffee. And when I'm really tired, the energy drink. And I was really tired this morning, so I had the energy drink.
I used to drink rock stars like they were water.
Oh my
until
god, me too.
Until my heart said, hey, remember me? I'm going to kill you if you don't stop.
I'm gonna kill you.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm going to stop working. And you know what happens if I stop working? You stop working. So let's reconsider these rock stars.
Right. I'm going to take a nap now while you continue to murder me. But, you know,
Oh,
until you put some water in my body.
oh, that's a threat. Like that.
Well, not more so along the lines of I'll take a nap. It's I'm going to run away from home.
I'm gonna leave you right here. I'm gonna go see Jim. Jim might like me better. You
Right.
take care. For the like
felt
5 seconds that you're gonna be alive while I'm gone. Bye.
It felt like one of those, excuse me, it felt like one of those little baby aliens from the movie Alien, like trying to crawl out of my chest.
Yes.
So I finally had to do away with that.
That's when you know that it's kicking in. That's when you have to chase it with another one
Right.
just to like balance it out.
Okay.
Top it
Right.
off.
So Seraphine actually drank energy drink so much that he did give himself heart problems. So it is legit that you can do.
Yes,
He
yes,
can't
it
even
is.
drink caffeine very much anymore either. Poor
My
guy.
doctor was even like, hey, do you like blood pressure medication? Well, if you don't, you better stop drinking these.
Yeah, no, these aren't like Rockstars. They got a lot less sugar and not as much in them. They're just mostly caffeine in them. So,
Oh.
and I don't drink them that often. So,
The ones I were drinking, I think, were like 400 milligrams of caffeine a can, and I was drinking almost 6 or 7 a day.
yeah, see, I had the rule of one. I drank
Oh,
one.
well, I work night shift, and they are a whole totally different breed. So
I was
I used to
just
work-
thinking
yeah.
that people work the night shift. They don't
I used to
function
work-
normally.
I worked night
Oh,
shift.
no.
I worked perfectly fine. I just didn't sleep.
Exactly.
that is true. But I do tend to go to sleep when I see the sun because I'm a night owl. I hate going outside during the day. I hate the sun. So,
Don't drink a bang. Yeah, fair.
oh God, no! Bangs rot your inside, from what I've read.
Yeah,
Heck is a bang.
Bang's another type of energy drink. It's another brand.
Bang came out and it became this like global phenomenon, like it was liquid gold in a can, and I have no idea why. Excuse my French, but they taste like ass. Ugh.
Well, I mean, Rockstar's not much better, really.
I don't know. I had the fruit punch flavor. It was
Oh,
fine by
no,
me.
I had the original.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah,
God,
no,
why?
I drank the original. I actually liked the taste of it. I never said I
Do
had
you
good
like-
taste.
Do you like self-torture?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
no kink shaming over here, okay?
What if kink shame? It is my kink. Sorry.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to 242's live stream.
We
We
drink
talk-
tea, coffee, and
Energy
whiskey.
And a little bit of energy drinks. Phoenix
Creepy Clown
Vampire.
Girl says Phoenix Vampire. That. Okay, I'll let you have that one. Doesn't
But-
quite have a ring to it, but okay.
But my thought is, phoenixes can't die, and vampires have to die to become vampires. So you would just burn away the vampirism.
Yeah, but the whole stake through the heart thing. No, I'll take the catching a blade, catching on fire and being reborn from the ashes.
I mean, you
don't
never
wanna
could go in
be-
the sun. Well, no, you see, you don't like the sun, so yeah, Phoenix Fire Vampire
Okay,
would work.
that
for-
just dawned on me. I'm sorry, creepy clown girl. I'm half awake. I'm not a morning person. That does make sense. Vampire. I hate the sun.
I like. Well, I've become a morning person since I started my job, and now I'm in bed before when most people who are narrators are doing live streams.
Wow.
Like, I'm gonna do a live read. I'm like, I'm going to bed. What do you mean going to bed? I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning to post 2 videos, get my lunch together, and then go to work for 6.
Yeah, now my work is I work for Toyota. So their schedule's all over the place.
Oh, God.
They supposedly give you a set schedule, but they're like, "Oh, just kidding. We know you worked really late last night, but it's mandatory you come in this morning." I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Right. How do
Yeah.
they do that? Like, you're a freaking machine.
That's exactly how they treat their workers.
You're also a machine, right?
Okay,
Our
so
machines can do it. You can do it.
Duh. Just plug it in, right? Where's your
Right.
outlet?
I don't know how it is in the States, but I know in Canada it's against the law to put anyone on the schedule for 8 hours before 8 hours of the last shift.
Well,
not the
it's
case.
they do allow a 4-hour gap, but they bring you right back in, and it's not quite for a full 8-hour shift. They'll give you alternatives, like you can work a 2, a 4, a 6, or an 8. So, but the workhorse I'm like, if you got me all the way back out of my pajamas when I got home, I might as well make it worth it.
Okay,
Right.
look, if you got me in pajamas, had to drag me out of my gosh darn house, I'm gonna work it, but I'm going to stare at you the whole time drinking this water.
What is my favorite phrase? Don't give up. You can cuss the whole time, but don't give up. And trust and believe, everything unruly came out of my mouth the entire shift.
When it's to the point where you're like, screw it, I'll just sleep in the parking lot and I'll be a few hours.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, just just go take a nap in my car.
I fall asleep standing straight up while I'm working. I don't care.
Phoenix, are you awake? Phoenix. Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. This is called the power hour thing. I'm good. We're good.
This is called energy saving mode.
Hibernation mode. Just put some Toyota like seat belts across your chest to keep you upright. I do my best work with my eyes closed.
Someone give him the seated position, please.
Apparently.
What does that mean? Couple of days ago in Phoenix that hit 115. Good grief.
Yeah, I'm good. You can stay there.
Right.
Phoenix Fire luckily doesn't actually live in Phoenix.
Yeah, no. Phoenix Fire is actually, I'll reveal to everyone, Phoenix Fire is a true blue-blooded Kentuckian. There we go.
Oh.
What does that mean?
We're nicknamed the Bluegrass State, so we say we're blue-blooded because we also are home of the whatever basketball team is here. I don't know.
Look,
It's Nuggets, but it's not. I don't know.
I can think the only good thing I know about Kentucky is the chicken, and the chicken's not even that good anymore.
Chicken.
The chicken. Oh, I was like, the chicken. What?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, we also have two other names. We're the horse capital of the world, and most of the world receives our bourbon. So.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of Kentucky bourbon. That's right.
Our bourbon is delicious. I hate bourbon, but everyone loves it.
I mean, it could be worse. You could live in Kansas.
What's wrong with Kansas?
What's right with Kansas?
No offense to anyone on here that's from
Right.
Kansas.
There's one specific. Actually, sorry. There's two people that specifically live in Kansas. They know who they are. They don't hide who they are, anyways. But they're not here right now. It's okay. They would agree with me. He disses Kansas all the time. I keep joking about that. I'm going to take a tornado down to see him.
That's a shit.
Good God.
It's the only way I know how to get to Kansas.
All right.
How else do you get to Kansas?
What planes would go there? Like,
Exactly. No plane will go to Kansas. There's too many tornadoes. You gotta take one with you.
Mother Nature Airlines. That's what we call that.
I'm a week from retirement. I'll do it.
And I could tell by Phoenix accent you're definitely not from Arizona. Thank you so much. And there's a lot of people who actually can't figure out where I'm from because I don't have the Kentucky twang. Thank you, Jesus.
What does it sound like?
It sounds a little something like this.
Oh shoot.
Somebody over there go over and get me a Mountain Dew and do this and do that. And I'm like, what?
Oh wow.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's in my blood. I can speak it, but I choose not to. Growing up, I was like, I will never sound like you crazy hillbillies. No, thank you.
That's why the only good thing I know about you guys is the chicken.
Sometimes when I'm recording and one of the characters is country, I'm like, let me see if I can find another narrator who will do this because I refuse. No. Yes, no. I've actually been pegged. People have asked me if I'm from the north, like somewhere up near New York City or something. I'm like, no, I wished.
Well, your accent is more northern than it is southern.
Definitely, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I worked very hard for it.
Sounds like it. You were trying to really downgrade that twang.
Yes, I heard that too.
Well, I'd rather not get on here, doing this mess.
It started creeping in a little bit, and you could just feel his tongue just like trying to stamp it out. Like
Nope.
You ought to see this the beads of sweat in my studio going, please don't let it come out.
This was from March, and this one was from April.
Just white knuckling it the whole time.
Yes. And I'm like, please, microphone, don't fail me this day.
I don't think it's the microphone that's gonna fail you, man.
No. What kind of what is Audacity filter would you need? Like the accent.
No filters here. No filters here.
Desuthering. It's a very special filter that you need to find. Desuthering is the filter you need.
Oh god.
Some days I need a southern accent, and I just pull out a Louisiana one because I've been to Louisiana, so I kind of know what they sound like at least.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. It's not Louisiana. It's Louisiana.
Yeah,
Correct.
I think that's how you're actually supposed to pronounce it, but I'm also from Canada, so we speak French, so it's like, yeah, Louisiana, New Orleans. No, it's New Orleans. No, it's New Orleans.
Yeah, Nolans. It's more like N-A-W.
Yeah.
Nolans.
No.
Yes.
It's like,
No.
no, it's New Orleans. I know French. Born,
I do
raised.
Yes, creepy clown girl. I do declare it's mighty hot.
This is why I live in Canada. I was complaining about being cold, but I'm happy it's not 115 Fahrenheit here.
I would love to live in Canada. I am a winter baby. It's my favorite season, and everyone's like, "You are insane."
Okay, so here's the difference. So, do you get so much snow that you can't get to work one day?
What is snow? We used to get snow, but no, our snow here is more like the danger from the gods. So,
yeah, 2 years in a row, I pretty much couldn't get to work because I got snowed in.
I would love that.
I hate it.
Yeah, right? That sounds great.
No, because then the roads are dangerous because the next day that I need to get to work, I did a 180 on the highway. That was fun.
Oh well.
See, when you can't go to work, but you still have to go to work, that's different.
Yes.
Now, you know what's funny is factory work, they'll shut it down. When I worked in the service industry, they were like, you will still get to the bar. People are thirsty. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's a foot of snow on the ground with 2 inches of ice. Are you kidding me?
They're not
No,
coming
they're
to the bar. They're not leaving their house. They're gonna what you know what they're gonna do? If they want to drink, they're gonna go to that liquor store across the street.
That's what I said. Skate your ass to a liquor store and get something to drink.
Just and then take that home and then just hunker down with that liquor that you just got.
I have gotten a message. I can't speak yet. I'm not awake. Sorry.
English number one. Sorry.
I've got multiple languages.
I think all of us who speak English speak multiple languages.
Right. When you're a narrator, you develop multiple personalities. It's the one thing that I tell people. It's acceptable to own those personalities. Just please leave it behind the microphone.
Or amongst friends with also one for multiple personalities.
I have always
Yeah,
all my
that's true.
friends. I mean, there's 3 of me after all.
You're never alone.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm catching up on Twitter as we're also talking.
I don't.
Focus,
Okay.
Phoenix. Focus.
I'm
Focus
trying,
needs
I'm
more
sorry.
focus. Slap.
I'm
Slap.
sorry.
I
So,
like-
okay.
I'm the captain now.
I like where I live, so September Dragon. I have both high temperatures and blizzards like conditions. I'm good.
Yeah.
If we may ask, for people in the stream, where are you? Where are you located across this country, another country?
Well, he's
Where
American.
are you all?
He's American.
Cool.
Creepy Clown Girl lives in Phoenix. Hair Raising Narratives lives in Texas.
Excellent. All right. That's also where the Sandman lives. That's awesome.
Derringer lives where Derringer is gonna live. He moves wherever he wants.
Cool. Free spirit.
Yeah, Hair Raising Narratives Texan. So is Danny Dreadful.
Really?
Dark Horse Tales and Seraphine the Midnight Bard are all Texan.
A lot of Texans.
A
A lot of Texans. It's a
yes.
big state though.
Right.
And then there's me who
Apparently.
lives in Canada, Texas. So, I mean,
Yeah,
close enough.
you're the upstairs neighbor making all that racket when we're all trying to sleep, and you're up at another hour because our time differences are off.
Currently live in Michigan. I used to live in South Carolina.
Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay. Awesome.
Which I think is the state that Canada actually stole from America and they gave it back.
I guess so, but he also shares, if I'm not mistaken, September, I think you also share the same blistering cold that Canada shares, correct?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Aside from the 18 feet of snow.
No, he probably gets the 18 feet of snow.
Do what?
He probably gets the 18 feet of snow too.
Well, yeah. He
Yeah.
gets all the cold blowing in from the north.
Yeah. Yeah, he lives in Michigan. Michigan gets pretty cold. It might
I
as well
was
be
just-
Canada.
I was telling Dodge as you had stepped away to get your tea. I'm not sure if anyone here is the Game of Thrones fan, but like you live on the other side of the wall, up north. That
No.
you live with the White Walkers. If anyone gets that reference.
No, I don't live with the White Walkers. That would be even more north of where I am. That's called the Territory. They have the wall, and they live with the White Walkers. And those are the polar bears. It doesn't get that cold here. If you want cold, go into the Territories. Woo boy.
Gotcha.
The-
Okay.
Oh, you know. They have to pay people to live there.
Wow.
Yeah, you get, the government actually pays you to live there.
Really? Wow. That's crazy.
Sounding really good right about now. How much? Like,
Oh, well, I
where can
think,
I fill out an
Hello.
I
application?
think they pay you to live in Alaska, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely remember hearing that.
That's as far
They
north
do.
as the territories are.
They
It's the
do.
same.
They pay you to live there, and unless you're a scientist, they also pay you to live on Antarctica too.
Oh, yeah, but that's Antarctica.
Yeah.
One sec, I gotta let my dog out.
Cool. Luckily, my old man has been out. And he's gotten his calming treats. He should be passed out somewhere. He has to. He's old. He's going deaf. He's going blind, and
Wow.
he is. I've had him since college. He's what, 12,
Whoa.
13, something like that. Yeah, I've had him. Yeah, I got him when I was 25. He's 12. There we go.
You just age yourself, dude.
It's fine. I don't
It's
care.
fine, yeah.
Hello, live stream. Phoenix Fire is 37 right now in this life until I catch fire again.
And then he might come back as like 5. He doesn't want to start the baby.
Right.
He doesn't want to start the baby stage again. You only want to do that
5.
once.
I'll be 5. Are you ready for tonight's horror story?
It's silly.
Phoenix Fire, you sound weird. I caught fire yesterday. Restarted. So hold on.
Hey, but there's nothing creepier than a child telling you a horror story. No, thank you.
This is true. This is very true.
Ugh. Ugh.
I've
Well-
been told I can do a pretty good child's voice, so
Yeah, there's something creepy about the children doing it.
because it just shouldn't be coming out of their mouths. Just
And, well,
Pure. It's pure terror. Like it's like innocent terror.
right.
They don't see anything wrong with it, but you're like, what? Something's behind me? What?
Right.
Mommy,
'Cause you know how
I
children-
saw the shadow behind you last night, and it was like reaching for you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, if I may say, I don't know about you all. I am an avid horror movie lover, and what kills me is in horror movies is these kids are like, "Mommy, I saw something," and they're like, "Oh no, you're fine," blah blah blah. Until about mid-movie, where the parents are like, "Holy shit, what is that?" And the child's like, "I'm telling you." And then the child ends up kidnapped, and then all this drama happens. I'm like, if you had just listened.
Well, but I understand it too because kids like have the most wild imaginations. So like,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're just thinking, oh, it's just their imagination, and then it's like, no, that wasn't their imagination. There was something in the basement with the padlock. Sorry, what?
Oh, the padlocked room. Yes.
See, and
I
that
think
didn't
we were
even
talking-
really scare me.
We
that
were
didn't even-
talking about that before the stream, so
Yes.
a lot of the listeners might be like, what is that?
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Okay.
We're not talking
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
You didn't hear anything. It's fine.
It's fine.
Standard basement
Padlock.
dungeon. padlock
Right.
lock on the outside. Yeah,
Yeah,
standard.
it's standard. Every basement should have this. It should come standard in all building quotes.
I
Panic
think
room?
put it on both sides. Put
Nah.
a lock on the outside and the inside.
And then nothing can ever get in. It's perfect.
Or out. Yes.
Yeah.
Why haven't we thought of that?
Because we just came with the conclusion today.
You two are
multi-million
on
dollar
your
idea.
you two are on your own. I'm too claustrophobic to see a lock on the inside and outside.
Two separate keys.
Oh, the
Fine.
worst part is there's no window in there.
And no window. Yes.
There's no window. Yeah.
That's fine. I do like darkness, but
yeah,
not if I can't get out if something happens.
you won't be able to get out. No.
And then
We'll also put the kid in the corner to start telling you about all the creepy stuff they see. Be awesome.
Yikes. Forget the energy drink. I'll have the heart attack anyway.
You're welcome. This is Horror Stories brought to you by Dodge and 242.
And apparently creepy kids.
Creepy kids are just part of the story.
That'll be something for history. Good Lord.
but there won't be any air conditioner vents, so it'll be perfect for recording.
No.
It's Canada. Don't worry about it. It won't get that hot.
I have to be cold. I love cold weather. It has to be like freezing in my studio for me to record. It has to be. If I'm hot, I can't. Yeah, even though I'm called Phoenix Fire, and everyone's like, wait, shouldn't you like warm weather at your name? Yes, but I'm also weird. So they're like, why don't you call yourself Phoenix Ice or something like that? I'm like, it just doesn't make
Because
sense.
phoenixes are made of fire.
Well, there are such things, so I have read there are ice phoenixes, but no. I mean, how do they die? Do they just shatter and reform? I don't know.
Maybe they melt.
Yes.
That's even worse. That reminds me of the Wicked Witch in Wizard of Oz. Is that melting?
Oh,
No.
yeah. House on her. Right, the other one.
What
Yeah.
happens if someone doesn't mop you up? You're just going to evaporate, and then how are you going to be reborn? You're going to be reborn from a mop? No.
This was awkward. Why did someone mop me up? They could have just left me on the floor. It would have been fine.
Now I've come back moldy because you didn't wring the mop out right. No.
Now I'm gonna melt early. This is all your fault. Don't mop me up.
Leave me be.
It's fine. The puddle will go away shortly. 7 to 10 business days.
Right. So before the live stream, Dodge and I were speaking of something that we wanted to wait for the live stream to talk about because we didn't know if it could help others here. And Dodge, was it when we first got started? Was that right?
I'm sorry, I had like the live stream playing for a second. Go ahead.
We were discussing before the live stream, we wanted to wait and discuss this on the live about how we got started as narrators, because I was telling you how I'm more of a mother hen these days, where I'm trying to help newbie narrators get started.
Right.
So I was curious to know, like 42 and Dodge, how did you all get started in this industry? Like, how did you get started? Did you have guidance? Did you teach yourself?
242. Go ahead.
I don't like that. I don't like that laugh. I'm curious.
So I personally just realized I wasn't doing anything for me, and I was like, you know what? Let's start a YouTube channel. And if no one listens, it'll just help my reading and my dyslexia a little bit and my little bit of speech impediment, and it got better. And no, I just literally jumped head first. I didn't even find the horror community until like 8 or 9 months after I had started. I didn't even know it existed. I thought there was like 3 narrators in the whole YouTube universe.
Did you just one day wake up and maybe see some YouTube videos or something, like someone
Oh.
doing it, and you're like, hey, I want to do that?
No, I've been like listening to narrations for a very, very, very long time. I went like, you know what? That doesn't look difficult.
And
what?
if I may ask, what was your very first microphone?
I don't know what it was, but it had a sock on it because it was falling apart. It was just what we had around the house.
Oh, shiz.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
those, like, grandpa tube socks with
No.
the yellow lines and blue lines on it.
No. It was just some random sock that didn't have a pair to it anymore. So it's like, the mesh was coming off of it. It's actually a pretty good mic. It's not that bad. It's just, it was older. So it had hit the ground too many times that the mesh was coming apart. So
Oh, man.
I think I used that for like a month, and I was like upgraded to the Q2U, and then that was a lemming. So or a lemon. I always call them lemmings, but it's
Lemmings, yeah.
Nice.
Mine's a Blue
Duh.
Yeti. It's the same one that I've had, the same mic I've had since starting, which is really freaking bizarre because when I started, like the sound, it sounds so well. Actually, when I first started, I just had a headset microphone, but then I eventually got a Blue Yeti for my birthday, and
Nice.
even from then on, from getting it then to now, there's still such a huge variation in the sound quality that it seems as though I've gotten a different microphone, but it's still the same one.
it's
Yeah.
learning how to use it though.
Exactly. How to use it, where to use it. Absolutely.
So when I first got started, I had went to Best Buy, an electronical store for anyone who doesn't know, and some people don't know. So
Is
anyway,
it Future Shop? Just kidding. Those don't even exist in Canada anymore. Future Shop. It used to be Best Buy bought Future Shop out in Canada.
Oh,
got you. I was gonna say no, it's a candle shop, but I bought the Blue Yeti caster, and all that means it's the Blue Yeti mic, and it comes with the actual blue boom arm, which is absolutely trash, but I bought it anyway. And I could not figure out how to use it, and for some reason I started recording. I didn't, how do I put this? I didn't know what the directions mean on how the microphone is supposed to pick up. And I
Right.
kept trying to record in like omnidirectional and all that stuff. And I was like, this microphone is trash. I absolutely hate it.
right.
And finally I got rid of it and bought the Monocaster Lite because I was like, you know what? I kind of want a soundboard, but the microphone itself might as well have been recording off of my laptop. It was absolute trash. Yeah, it was horrible. And then I upgraded to the Samsung Q2U, which I liked, but for some reason it kept giving me feedback. It was awful. And then there was something else I don't even remember. I caught it on sale on Amazon because it had 5-star reviews, and I got it and I was like, are these people crazy? This microphone is made for children. And anyway, I had no guidance. I had no one to turn to for help. And I didn't discover there was a narration community until a lot of people were like, I think it was Creepy Clown Girl who had said, yo, Twitter. I was like, oh my God, I hate it. And then I got on it. And everyone was like, welcome to the narration community. What can we help you with? And ever since then, I've grown, and I was like, I absolutely love this community. And then I bought a Rodecaster Pro, and then I bought a Rode Pod mic, and then I bought this, I don't even know what main microphone to use, but it's really good.
I don't even know what it's called. It's called Mikey number 2. I named it this.
It's a PreSonus PD70. It's one of the best mics I've ever bought because it's supposed to be in competition with the Shure SM7B, and it does really well. So, yeah.
Welcome, Gnome, and good morning, King of the Canadian Hill. Sorry, I have to.
Well, you gotta do the same for Gnome now. Like, how do you...
No, King gets it very special because it's King.
Oh,
He's been
oh,
here.
he's a mod.
Yeah, he's a mod. See, he's blue.
Oh.
Bubba dee, bubba die.
Hello,
How-
King of the Canadian Hill. I've never met you, but howdy hey.
When did you get a promotion, Koch? Holy shit.
He's had it for a while now. I trust him enough
Nice.
not to hurt people. I mean, to a certain
That's
extent.
quite the endorsement.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm going back way back when September said Michigan is just south of Canada.
Yes. Hi, Lulu. Why you? I love you, dog, but make up your gosh darn mind.
They
Good
love you,
morning,
Mom.
yield on the pants and
She
yield.
wants in then out, in then out, and it's like, no.
Oh,
the
that's
dog-
that's my dog. As soon as I wake up, he's like, Dad, 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 Dad.
The power, Dodge.
the power. He can mute people and block people.
I'm seeing the gif of the little girl eating cotton candy in the baseball stands.
Oh, I like that. That's very odd. Thank you, King. Hello, Mr. Fire. That sounds very prestigious. You're welcome. Hello.
Wow.
So how
What
long?
is your range?
Sorry.
How long? What?
What is your range?
My range
Yeah.
can go about as high as this, and then I can go very, very. So it just depends on what I'm reading, how in character I am, and believe it or not, it also depends on the time of day that I'm recording. When I record in the morning, I've got this like lower bass voice because my voice hasn't quite brightened yet for the day. And then toward the evening, which I tend to record in, that's when my voice drops. That's when I'm able to do stories with, as like 42, or some of you all have heard, where I can do those really creepy monster voices. A lot of narrators hit me up where they're like, hey, do you mind being on collab with me? I'm going to need you to do like the evil voice, the creepy voice, the monster voice. I'm like, sure, that's what it's made for.
And see, and I thought, detective. Detective sounds good. Your voice sounds like a
Yeah.
very good detective voice.
Right.
Detectives do
psychiatrist.
sound good. Yeah. Well, the psychiatrist, not so much, but a detective, yes, because detectives always seem over it. They're burnout and they're just like, look, you bastard, if you don't answer my question, you know. So I'm used to it.
You seem
And
burned out.
for like the true crime type,
You know,
like
it's
voiceover voice also.
It's
Yes.
funny because my channel is labeled that I have crime on there. Yeah, I haven't done crime in a long time. I don't know if anyone understands, but doing crime stories takes a lot out of you.
Oh yes, no, there's a lot of research too, and then you gotta research all the stuff that people have done bad. Also, doing crime is bad, people. Don't do crime. Especially my
Please.
brain went.
Please don't. I don't want to have to narrate it because not only do you have to research what they've done, but just piecing like the video together and oh my gosh, it's something else. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah, I
'Cause
listen
then
to
you have to
true crime podcast, but I don't think I'll touch it. It's just there's so much work to go into it.
There is, and I've done a few in my past, and I was like, I have been sitting here for 12 hours, and I'm only half done with putting this video together. I'm over it.
I don't want to know what Jim did. I understand what Jim did. I really don't want to narrate it and figure out more. I don't want to know why Jim did it. I'm just over it. Jim is in jail. We're good. We're done.
No, I can't even. What true crime shiz y'all do, and the amount of work that y'all have to put in and research, and like I have Pixabay or something like that for visuals. Y'all gotta go through the world wide, like
Yeah.
You
the
know,
whole
yes.
internet.
Yes, I use Pixabay too, but to look up like crime videos or pictures, it's so
Yeah.
rated G, and I'm like, no, this is not
Yes.
gonna work.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk
th-
Ramblings, he also does a crap ton of research for his. It's
Oh,
not
nice.
horror. It's just like he has a topic like that he researches the crap out of and narrates and sort of like does some kind of like verbal essay type
Wow.
deal. And it's just like mind blown. I can't even imagine how much time goes into it.
Right.
I just gotta wait for an author to say, yeah, you can narrate it.
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Thank you, King of Canadian Hill. Yes, prestigious Phoenix, detective with the prestigious. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. How long did it take you to realize there's a horror community? Because I mean, I have flat out said how long. It took me.
I joined Twitter. Okay, so the main ones that really pushed me, Creepy Clown Girl told me to join Twitter, and then once I met Yig and Underpants, aka Silver Underworld, I call him Underpants because he's a baby brother to me. They were like, dude, welcome. Let me show you something. And once they exposed me, I was like, holy crap, where have these people been? They're like, where have you been, Grandpa? And I was like, awesome. And then of course, that's where I met 242. And then I got to meet a ton of other horror narrators. And I was like, oh, I feel wanted now. I feel accepted.
And now we kick you out.
No.
Now we're kicking.
And then out of the woodworks, everyone's like, Phoenix, you're collabing with me. And I'm like, what? What have I signed up for? There's no contract. What happened?
See, well, with me, I did inform you that you were collabing with me, but that's more because you owe me some. I have done a lot of lines for you. I'm like, and here's your payment.
It is. The stream being one, which I wanted to do the stream because I've never done it before. But yes, 242, you've even done lines for me when you were sick. And I wanted to say on live, thank you so much. You are a powerhouse. You are a force to be reckoned with.
If I let sickness get in my way, I never do anything.
Dude,
that's true.
I love narrators who like use their situation to narrate. Like,
oh yeah.
I had, thinking of Willow. I had collabed with Willow, and I was like, dude, can you like be this crazy person for me in my narration? What was it, Barbed Wire Barbie? And he was like, nah, I'm sick or whatever. So, and I was like, yeah, man, cool. Just whatever. Like, you can either submit it to me whenever you feel better, or since it's 2 people that you're going to be voicing, you can record one while you're sick so that it could sound kind of different and like really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I can wait until you feel better and you just do whatever you do. And he was like, nah, that's cool. I submitted it already. You got it. I was like, oh, thank you.
MCT!
Hi, MCT.
Apparently, hair raising narrative has always wanted Grandpa.
Oh. Hello there, hair raising narrative. How are you?
I used my first out of bed voice to do grandma lines.
Oh yes, Dodge, you were the very first person before this began to hear me. I was like, hello there.
Yeah.
She was like, hello. Hello, Phoenix. She said it in a tone where like, are you okay?
Satan, is that you?
Hello. It is Satan. Hello.
Chocolates. Chocolates.
I require souls in the morning before I get started.
Rub me down with chocolate.
It's the only thing keeps his fire going.
God. Yes, please. Let me get comfortable. Let me get warm. Let the Phoenix wake up. Phoenix also sleeps like when I go to bed. If I don't have 2 fans on me at all time, if it's not 60 degrees in my room, if I don't have some sort of true crime or some horror playing in the background, I cannot fall asleep. It's very weird. So I have to lay dormant to go to bed. But when I wake up, I'm like, oh my God, it's freezing in here. Please turn up the heat.
Like a vampire, one would say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Phoenix vampire.
Phoenix vampire.
Hold on. Oh, damn, I messed it up. My bad. This is why I have scripts.
Get it together for you, too.
Nope.
Reset.
Oh, yes. Phoenix vampire, PI. We'll find all the things wrong with you.
Oh my, what is happening? Oh, they're trying to rebrand me.
I don't know why I went PDI. I was like, no, that's not it. What? What?
PDI.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
Lord, that
that's-
sounds like a medical condition.
I don't know. I don't know where the D came from, but anyways.
Hello,
Where did
Miss
the
Creep.
D come from?
Never mind. Hello, Miss Creepy Tales. I have not met you before, but hello. How are you? I'm fine. How are you, dear?
He speaks for us all. He's the PI. He knows all.
I'm the PDI.
PI.
You will tell me how you're doing. I will
don't
get
know.
to the bottom of this.
If you don't know who Miss Creepy Tales is yet, you will.
Oh yes,
You will know who
100%.
she is.
Oh yeah.
All right.
She's amazeballs.
Amazeballs, awesome. There are times that I need female narrators. Does Miss Creepy Tales narrate?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Look at her name. Miss
Okay.
Creepy Tales. She's actually in my video next tomorrow.
Let
She's
me do this without somehow clicking off. Okay. Let's see here. Twatter. Let me go
MCT.
over to Twatter. Miss
You're making him
Creepy.
lose focus again.
Oh no, I can multitask.
his focus needs more focus.
He's not. Are you not okay with focusing on one thing, on one task for long periods of time?
Oh no, I multitask all the time. I think
Yeah.
that's that service industry still instilled
Yes.
within me. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
I'd
And
have one
working-
person cussing in one ear, placing an order in the other one, me making 15 drinks at once. It's just like, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Miss Creepy Tales. Wow, you're into a lot of stuff here.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
cool.
She's like 2 to 3 videos a week.
Oh, yes, I do remember Miss Creepy Tales. I am so sorry, Miss Creepy Tales. I do remember you. I remember your logo here. Very cute.
Right, the witch one circle on the broomstick. That one is so freaking cool.
I love
Not
it.
that one. Not that one. It's her being held by. I'm
Oh, her
assuming
boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say her partner
Adam.
with the husky
Adam.
in the background. Okay,
Yeah, Adam.
Adam. Yes.
Adam. His name's Adam.
Did you say Adam or get him? I heard get him. I was like, what?
No, Adam. Get him. Get him.
Get who? Whoa.
Yeah, it's Adam, and that's her dog in the background.
Yes, beautiful dog. Beautiful.
I don't think
Miss
it's.
Creepy
Creepy
straight.
Tales.
But I-
Amazeballs. LOL.
I do
Yeah,
love.
great
I love the
amazeballs.
witch though with the moon. I absolutely love that
Yes.
photo.
Yes, very awesome. That's some awesome artwork there. Love that.
But she didn't send me that one, so I couldn't use it for my thumbnail or in my pictures.
Uh-oh.
MCT. So I had to use your old one. It's fine. It's all good.
Either way,
I-
they're
You
gonna
know-
see it.
I've collabed with some people and I'm like, hey, send me your logo. And they're like, I don't have one. I'm like, what?
Yes. So tell me about working with new narrators, because you just hit 250 subscribers recently.
Woo!
But
Yeah.
congratulations.
How was that
Are we-
extra one that you got?
Are we speaking of me?
Yes.
Actually, currently right now, I stand at 287. So, okay, so when I made that video of 200, I said I was going to take a break. Technically, I was going to take about a month break, but I was like, no, that's not going to happen. So while I was on break, I then came back to YouTube and I was like, where did all these people come from? And then I fastly hit 250. And I was like, whoa, because when I started this journey, I didn't have any subs really. And I had people like my mom and a couple close friends. And then all of a sudden I discovered the horror community. And I was like, oh my God, all these people are subscribing to me. What is happening? And after 250, I was like, this is truly amazing. And a lot of people are like, dude, your narrations are insane. They're awesome. Because a lot of people are addicted to this big, boomy, creepy voice. And I was like, cool, so let's do it. Let's continue to climb. So that feeling of having 250 was just overwhelming. I'm still overwhelmed.
Yeah, he made the mistake of saying, "Oh yeah, I'm one short." No, you're not. He's like,
Not
"What?"
for long. No.
No, was it by the time he said that? No, you're not anymore. He's like, "What?" I'm like, I took care of it.
And And believe it or not, because I will still say it again, thank you so much, 242, because I was like, I don't know where the 250 is going to come from. And she's like, I may have done a little something.
It's okay. I've got like 3 or 4 more accounts to fix problems.
She became my 250th subscriber because she
One of
knew
the
I was
twos.
sitting in the shadows. Like, I can't wait to make this video. And she's like, I did something. Go ahead.
42 is a problem solver. 42 also
Yes,
has a
you
problem.
are.
She has way too many accounts.
She's a very busy girl. I love it.
No, I don't use it for YouTube. It just long story short, I have one for when YouTube became a thing, and then I got a Samsung phone and it made me start an email and I couldn't log into my original, so I made an account and then I made the YouTube channel.
Nice.
And now I've
Well,
got more. So I have a problem.
Well, absolutely,
tell me about it.
absolutely adore who you are. I absolutely adore your support for everyone, no matter how big you get or how busy you get. You always have time to be like, I can help you. It might be a couple of days, but I'm here for you. I absolutely love that.
Especially if it's just a couple lines you need. That's not a big deal. It's like it's a big part. I'm like, no, I can't slide that one in easily. It was like,
Right, but
Then I gotta shift things.
yeah, hold
Yeah.
on. Let me play. Make the balls fall into the right spot.
So, man, I mean, if it's just a few lines, then yeah. But I mean, then it depends on the lines, because
Yeah,
I just
true.
got lines where I needed to be an old woman with dementia,
Oh,
and I'm like,
jeez.
can I swing? Yeah, like this is gonna take some time. I need to get into like this weird mental state that.
well, it's funny because I've hit 42 up in a pinch. I'm like, I know it's done a couple of lines, but please, can you read this? She was like, yes. And she was sick, and it wasn't just a few lines. It was like a couple of paragraphs, and I could tell she was
wow.
sick, but she sped read it, which was fine because it was still good audio, and I read it, and I was like, thank you. She's like, no, thank you. Now let me heal, please.
Now let me go curl into that little ball over there with my dog.
So she went
Yes,
quiet
you
for a
would.
couple days until she got better.
But I get
She
so-
had to go into hiding.
I get sick all the time though, so it's like, gotta dip, guys. Need to finish something. Take care, MCT. I love you.
Bye, dear. Have a great day.
She's one of the first narrators I ever met.
Got it, dip, guys. Need to finish something. Oh, bye, Miss Creepy Tells.
We love our MCT.
Such a sweetheart.
She is. She is a workaholic. She's a work person. No.
So is Lady
Spucaria.
Spucaria.
Yep.
Yes. she
That
is
whole
super
group of the
busy.
BBs are pretty.
The
The bees. Well, MCT, Lady Spucaria, and Raven as the Raven Dreams. All workaholics, man.
I still have yet to actually converse with as the Raven Dreams, but I heard that narrator is pretty awesome.
I might be biased because I'm a really good friend of his. Yeah, he is.
Awesome.
Hey, I will.
That's just best friends.
Yes.
I forgot you know like everyone and their mother. So
No, I
that's awesome.
don't. I just know a very select few of people. And
Ah.
My mom said thank you for the birthday card, 242.
Oh, that's
Sweet.
sweet.
oh, you're welcome. I'll send her another one next year too.
Okay.
I'll make sure that this one doesn't have spelling mistakes.
Right.
King of Canadian Hill said Raven is okay. Maybe.
Whatever.
Uh-oh. Shots fired.
Yeah, it's okay. He's Canadian.
no shot.
his
No.
gun's blank.
It's good. Shoots blank. Oh, okay. So, right. You reached 250 and you're giving new narrators advice. What kind of advice are you giving new narrators?
Okay, so
Phoenix.
when I first started with all of this, I don't know what I was doing at the time. I don't know. It was over a year ago, and it's so funny how I can't even remember what I did yesterday. But I remember a year ago, and I sat down and I was listening to some audiobooks, and I was like, oh man. And I've always been told that I had a voice for like radio or podcast or things of that nature. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I would rather like narrate like horror stories. That's my calling. And YouTube became my best friend. I'm not even going to go into how many hours and days, and then it became weeks of research I did. So finally went out, bought a computer, bought the microphone, blah, 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 set it up, start narrating. And it sucked because YouTube was my best friend trying to figure out how to get all this done. So now all these new Raiders. Raiders.
They're raiding us.
They're raiding. So these new narrators come along and they're like, hey, I've done some research. I can't find anything. Can you please help? I was like, of course. Let me be the dad here. And I'm like, look,
here, my wing might be a little bit fiery. It's okay. It won't catch.
I'd give you a hug, but I will incinerate you. Please have a decent microphone, have a decent DAW, have a decent computer. And from there, ask questions. So they've been sending me questions. I've been sending them scripts. I'm like, please send me just a general read. So when they do, 9 times out of 10, and it's no shade, their audio sounds terrible. So then from there, I will give them pointers on how to get themselves set up. And they're like, you have been absolutely incredible. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I wished I had all this support when I got started. So I've built myself from the bottom now. You didn't, of course not. What did you do?
I took the computer that I had in my house that was a piece of garbage. I took the mic that had a sock around it. And I just started doing it because if I didn't, I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know me.
I get that.
I knew that if I held off, I would talk myself out of it. And I rather have crappy audio when I started than never starting.
Well, and the thing is too, when I first got started, I was like, yay, I'm doing it, I'm putting out stories. And then I was like, 5 views? What is happening? I thought magically like hundreds of views would come flooding in. And everyone's like, no, advertising. You've got to get on Twitter. You've got to get on this.
Yes.
You got to get on that. And once I got on Twitter, and then of course, once the word started spreading, they're like, everyone go check him out. He's cool. My subs started booming, and I was like, oh, okay, so you don't just upload and magic happens.
No, especially with how YouTube is now. No, you have to. There's so many other narrators. There's so many other channels. It's hard for people to find you. My first set was my phone and tablet, and that's how I got started. I never even thought of my phone. My phone would have been better, but it never even crossed my mind.
September, it's funny that you mentioned that because actually before I started narrating, I actually did want to become an audiobook narrator or voiceover artist, I guess is that technical term. And I started using my phone, and unfortunately I lived in an apartment that had no carpets. Every wall is just, the reverb was horrible. So I would try to lock myself in the laundry room or my closet or under a blanket. And it was still terrible. And all of these like audio, or what's it called? ACW, or what's that site called? I forget. But anyway, it's for Amazon and some other places, Bunny Studios. And they're like, your audio sounds like crap. Try again. So I eventually got sound treatment and a decent microphone and whatnot. And ever since then, I never went back to audiobooks. I just started narrating. So I feel your pain. I stopped using my phone because my voice was picking up the high end and thinned out all of the low end of my voice, and I hated it.
They're not made for what we're doing. They're made for voice calls, which
yeah. And
they're not great mics.
And then I discovered recording software such as Audacity, and I taught myself how to adjust and all that jazz. And then ever since then, here I am.
Yes, Audacity was, I figured out a couple things, and then when I got into the community, I figured out a few more things. My audio has gotten better, and also my reading skill has gotten better. Even going back a year, I can go, oh my god, why did I read it that way?
When I go back to the very beginning
of my
YouTube channel, well, I still do because I'm still learning certain things. I'm like, why did I say that way? This should have happened. I should have put a sound effect in this part, but you know what I mean? So I'm always picking. King of Canadian Hill. My first set was a mixer and mic I stole from a coffee bar.
Yep. I love you, King. He borrowed it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's planning to return it in 2052.
You misspelled the word
Borrowed.
I think you accidentally
All
used
right.
the word stole.
Autocorrect. You gotta watch out for that autocorrect.
You
man.
got-
Yeah,
Gosh,
the
that's
autocorrect is
terrible.
horrible. I love when I love when my actual autocorrect do stupid stuff. I'm like, where did you get that from, phone? That's not even close to what I would type there.
Yeah. I get
No,
frustrated. My favorite is the word duck or ducking. So,
Ducking.
yes. I hate this ducking microphone.
Yes, borrowed. Yes, silly CPU. But yeah, no, I was complete opposite. Was yeah, no, just get started and figure it out as I went. Figure it out. But yeah, no, I totally I always had to do what I had to do. Like
Right.
my
Forgive
husband
me for
and
just a
me were expecting me to be done within a week, maybe a month.
Done with what?
Narrating.
Narrate? Oh.
Yeah, I give up on everything I do within a month.
Really?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So, if I may ask, 42, with as busy as you are and you've got multiple projects going on, is this now your full-time job?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I have a day job.
Okay.
She's just really good at multitasking.
She
I
is.
have to stay organized to a certain extent.
I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal this information, but 42 sent me her spreadsheet, and I about had a heart attack. I said, "What is wrong with you?"
One of my spreadsheets because I have multiples.
Well, I think you sent me two, and I was like, "You have things planned until the year 2065. What is wrong with you?"
No, they're not planned. They're just stories I've asked permission to use, and I have to write down that I've asked for it and whether or not they've said yes. So
Okay, so I pull a lot of my stories from Reddit. So I save a lot of stories, and what I do is I go down the list, and as long as the author has said okay, I'll pull 3 of those stories. I go ahead and pre-record them. I have them at the ready. I'll unsave those, and then I move on to the next 3. That's my system as of right now. But ever since you showed me that spreadsheet, I'm now figuring out how to use spreadsheets because that is genius. That is genius.
well, okay. So that wasn't originally my idea. I didn't spread. I stole the spreadsheet from Raven after he gave it to me.
Nice.
Apparently, September Dragon Audio loves my spreadsheets.
Being a Canadian heel. Yes, borrowed. Yes, silly CBU. I love 42 spreadsheets.
Yeah, I've got one for my normal stories, and I've got one for 2-sentence horrors, or 2 different spreadsheets, because,
So I had a question about that. With 2-sentence horrors, do you just make that like a YouTube short, or
Yes.
do you compile a bunch of those and make it a video?
shorts. There's shorts for every single day.
And with 2-story shorts, I know this is a silly question, but do you still need to ask permission from the
Yes.
author? Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes. You have no rights to anything on Reddit without the author's written consent. It's their
Got you.
comments are an iffy point. Like comments you can kind of use, but like if it's anything they've written, you're supposed to ask.
Okay, so here is another question for both 42 and Dodge and some of the narrators here in the stream. Whenever you read a script and you obviously see a typo, or if you see that a word should be inserted, because of course, you know, all authors don't catch their mistake. Do you read the script word for word, or do you go ahead and correct what should have been said? And if you do you feel bad for doing it? Do you let the author know, or do you just read it how it is?
For me, it depends. If it's a true story, a lot of the time I try to read it how they have it. But if it's just like, oh, well, they missed the word add or whatever, then I add it because they meant that word. They meant to add it there. They just missed it. And as someone with dyslexia, I'm like, no, I get it. I do that all the time. I forget words all the time. It's all good.
A part of me feels bad because I'm like, ooh, I feel like I'm stepping on their toes if I'm adding to their work, because this is not my work to be doing that. But as a narrator, I'm like, call me whatever, but I don't want to sound crazy when I'm reading it. Like, wait, did you misread something? And I'm like, no, I'm reading a script. So, but I tend to add in words. I don't change their story, but there has been a story I've read where I added a full sentence because it transitions into what they were writing. So I'm like, hey, I added this. And 9 times out of 10, they're okay. Other ones are like, I wish you wouldn't have done that. Just read it how it is. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I think it would have helped.
Dodge.
Oh, the same with you, that you said, 42, that if it's a true story, sometimes I read true off my chest posts or RPG horror stories. I try to read that verbatim because, I'm trying to be their voice, and however they talk, however they type, unless it's like really, really crazy, a word or something, it's just really crazy. Then I'll be like, okay, maybe they meant this.
Right.
But if it's a story, you got to read through the whole thing and then just be like, okay, well, that might not, or this might sound better, or like it just, the flow might be better if you say it this way. So as soon as you are ready to ask them for permission, you got to have that question ready. You don't want to come back like weeks or months later, be like, hey, what did you mean by this?
Normally I'll read a story and then I'll contact them. Now I've started doing this because I don't want to step on any toes. Now I'll contact them back like, hey, did you mean this? And they're like, yes, I'm sorry. I was writing that in a hurry. I was on the way out the door. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to fix this for you so I can read it correctly. And they're like, cool, do whatever you want. So I'm like, all right, cool.
I would never add a whole sentence though. That feels like stepping on
Yeah,
toes.
if it's like 1 or 2 words, or it's a word I just can't pronounce, like as long as they didn't change the meaning of the sentence, like they just used a really very long word that really didn't need to be there. If they ever came back to me like, well, I really wish you had used I'm like, I'm sorry, I could not pronounce that word that day.
Okay, so this leads me to my next question. How do you all feel about reading scripts that have those run-on sentences? The ones that don't allow you to take a breath, you just read straight through for what feels like 5 minutes because of grammatical errors. Like, how do you do? You just do it? Okay.
Yeah. You just do it, and if you need to edit out the inhales of you trying, or it's like you have to get the pacing of the sentence right so that the inhales make sense.
Yes.
If that makes sense at all. But
see, I'm one of those weird people, even though I'm a narrator and it's part of our thing, but some people don't wear their headphones when they record. I don't know how they do that, but I wear my headphones so I can listen to myself.
Same.
And I always edit out my breath. I don't know why, but
you're not allowed to breathe. It's against the rules.
Mouth noises and breaths in my recording. I'm like, no, I don't want to hear my alive. I don't want to hear the breath. I just, oh God, I don't.
You have mouth noises? Do you have
me?
wet mouth sounds? Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Like I keep water handy, but I'll just get to talking and my mouth dries out, which sometimes it's a good thing and bad thing. So, and normally my trick, which I have not revealed to anyone, my best reads come as soon as I have done brushing my teeth and using mouthwash. My records, I don't know why, but my recording comes out the best.
I've heard that actually. If you're having troubles, go brush your teeth.
Yes,
I've heard that
brush your teeth
multiple times.
Or mouthwash. If you've already brushed your teeth, swish your mouth out with mouthwash because it keeps your mouth salivated enough where you don't have to keep like swallowing or choking or coughing or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was like, I didn't know this worked.
I only found this out recently, so I always forget about it. Though I'm like, why?
King of Canadian Hill. I don't know if I'm a narrator, more of a nincompoop.
And Dodge says he's both. He's just both.
You're just both. Okay.
He's both. It's all good, Dodge.
I was going crazy with it. I was like, brush teeth, mouthwash, tongue scraper, floss. Like, I was like brushing my inner cheek, just like whatever the hell I have to do to make it stop, because it was like hours of editing and I didn't have the like audacity wet mouth sound filter or
Yes,
RX9.
mine is the tongue. Like I can brush my teeth and mouthwash, but I have to scrub the living skin off my tongue because when my mouth gets dry, you hear all the tongue clicks and all that. I'm like, oh God. Yeah,
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I just
that or
I just edit them out as much as I can, and I'm like, you know what? There's gonna be worse things.
that or sometimes I don't know why, but I'll go to cut my grass. I'm like, oh, I've got a story to do, and I'll come in here and start recording, and I've got the sniffles from being out there because I have bad allergies, especially here in Kentucky. Are golly. But I'll be sitting here recording, and I just get this big snotty filled like sniff, and I'm like, I am going to delete this whole recording even though I'm almost done and re-record this.
I actually, this intro and outro I did for this video that's coming up, oh my God, I just wanted to re-record it, but I'm like, I don't have time. I gotta deal with it.
So when I first got started, going back to that, didn't realize that in Audacity, you could just record. And now I've learned when you make a mistake, pause, and then re-record. What I used to do was start recording, and as soon as I made a mistake, I would delete the entire thing and start from scratch.
I did that one.
I had no idea what I was doing. I would start the music, wait for it to go in a little bit, and start recording. As soon as I messed up, I deleted it and restarted. Like, I did that. Yeah, I did that for so many weeks, and then I was like, wait a minute, I can just edit out the mistakes.
Yes. I do it, so for my recordings, I edit out when I make a mistake, but I try to do the whole paragraph as one take as much as I can.
Same.
Because I find if I don't, my tone of voice changes too much, and I at least can hear that it was 2 takes, and I'm like,
oh yes, same.
But sometimes there's just that one. Sometimes I just have to leave it, or I have to delete that one little paragraph, that one little sentence, and go back to it. And if I do it right away, you can't really tell as much. But I find that if I can do it, but sometimes it's just like I have to stop, rework my brain so I can say this one next paragraph. I can't go out at the same time for some reason. I blame my dyslexia.
See, and 42, you've worked with me, so you've seen my editor's notes when I send a script, and it specifically states, please don't hit record, stop, like some narrators do, because I'm like, it distorts your audio, because you may have said, the little girl went into the forest, and you don't like that, so you hit stop, then you hit record, and then it comes out, the little girl went into the forest, and I'm like, no, you can't do that, just record straight through. Because you don't remember your voice and the inflections that you were doing to record that, and it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm like, please just read straight through
as much as you can. Yes.
Yes,
and sometimes if you have to go back and listen, but try
right.
Yeah. But that's the reason why I do it back to back, because I kind of remember what inflection I was doing at the time, at least. And hello, Alternative Night.
Alternative Night.
Oh yes, who has joined? Good morning, Alternative Night.
Oh,
we have not met, but hello.
And hello, Summer Puppet.
Hello,
Puppet.
Summer.
Puppet with a B.
Good morning, Silver.
This is why I record things, because I make mistakes all the time. I just don't want to show it unless in live streaming.
I'm actually shocked that I have not tripped up on my words on this live stream, because when I'm recording, I have decided I'm going to release a bloopers video so everyone can actually hear how many takes I do and mess up. It is ridiculous.
Oh, I've got a few. There's been a couple, but there's one where I'm like, welcome new and old friends. Today we have blah, blah, and one really loud car. As I hear this car just driving by, I'm like, really, dude?
I live in a neighborhood where I think people are deaf, so when they're driving by, they've got those subwoofers that vibrate my whole house.
I would be one of those people.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm on a Mac on my phone.
It's all good.
I'm so sorry.
I shall therefore be a friend referred to as Buppet.
Right.
Somber Puppet.
They do. They bump, and my house is vibrating. I hear.
Well, it's Somber Buppet now.
And they always come by when I'm like in the middle of like an emotional read, or like when something has happened, someone's died, and I'm like, Okay, that happened.
Mom, why'd you had boom, 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 boom? It's like, God
Right.
damn it.
And I'm sitting here and like, oh my God, my wife has died. Now you're boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, well, that was the hearse, but whatever.
The hearse be rocking today, guys.
Try to add it into the story. Just
I-
to save yourself some recording time.
So I live with there's 4 of us in the house plus a dog and a cat. So whenever I hear them talking, I'm like, please don't be in the recording. And then I listen back, and if I can understand what they said, I'm like, and that's scrapped.
Right.
Which
Well,
is
my main thing in my background, as I said, is my vent. And then if my studio door is open, like my furnace is right outside the door. So I'm like, oh, and then I'll have to, reduce the noise. And when I do, then I sound like I'm in a fishbowl. So it's horrible.
I always have my door
But-
closed, always.
Well, I always have my door closed, but if I do, then the dog, then the cat, they're outside scratching, they're whining, and my fur babies are like my kids. They're allowed in here. Sebastian, who's the dog, he has a dog bed in here, and the cat, she does whatever she wants. She rules the nest.
Yes, she's a cat.
And half the time, she either wants to sit in my lap, she wants to be up on the keyboard, and I'm just like, girl, you cannot do that. Or she gets near my roadcaster, and then she's pushing buttons and sound effects. I'm like, ah.
Please don't kill me. Brr, brr, brr,
Right.
brr.
That or she likes to get right up in my face in the middle of a script, and I have to see nothing but cat butthole. And I'm like, I'm trying to read a script, not your rear end.
Please tell me what my rear end is telling you right now. Please tell me the story.
Nobody wants to hear well, I guess that is a horror story by itself. The cat's butthole.
Oh my
God.
God.
Kidding. Creepy Clown Girl says sometimes when I go to record or I'm recording, my room is like literally like, what? What are we
Right,
doing?
Yes.
What was that
I've been
word?
there too. Yeah.
Sumber Buppet says that he lives on a country road, so he gets loud motorcycles, sports cars, and diesel trucks roaring down his road at all whenever he gets a good take.
Same somber. I live in Kentucky. You are speaking my language. Same.
I try not to get mad because I drive a very loud and noxious car, but to be fair, my car is over 20 years old and she still runs, so...
You know what? What's funny
She's
is
almost 30.
I used to have a brand new car, but then I came upon a classic, and I drive a 97 Honda Accord. And the reason I love that car so much is because I had one in college, and this one was in pristine condition. It had 70,000 miles on it only.
Wow.
Yeah, and I bought it for $1,000 because she wanted to get rid of the car.
Damn.
That's her
Fat.
ex-boyfriend's car.
Yeah.
Her
And I love
ex-husband's
it.
car.
And everyone's looking at me like, you still drive that fossil? I'm like, you call it a fossil, it's a classic. So,
It's okay, I drive a 98 Cavalier, and she's so rusted, man.
hey. if
But
it
you
gets
know
to
how much
point
I-
A, point B,
Well, you know how much I paid for her?
what?
$0. $0.
Nice.
What?
I'm
Yeah,
jealous.
Less than 50 cents.
Less than 50 cents. I got it for free, man. Yeah.
She got it at the flea market on a deal.
No, actually, a coworker wanted to get rid of her car, and she's like, I'm just gonna get taken to the, get rid of it. I'm like, does it still run? She's like, yeah. I'm like, she's like, but the passenger side window got shot out with a BB gun. And I'm like, but it runs? I'll take
Right.
it.
Well, what's
I
funny
got
is
saran
when
wrap.
Well, no, I got the window replaced, so you could not
nice.
see out of it. Like, they shattered that window, man. But they taped it
Wow.
so good when the guys took the window out. Like no glass came out. Whoever taped it did a friggin' amazing job. I'm like, that's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Lucky
So
you.
when I got mine, the driver's side door didn't open. That was fun. So it
Driver's
was like-
side door.
Yeah, so I was crawling in through my passenger door for a while, but now it's all fixed. I have power locks, but ever since the driver's side door got fixed, the power on that one doesn't work.
But
So-
at least you can open it. That's the important part. Mine is manual everything except for the engine. It's an automatic, but it's manual windows. Oh, and the window on the driver's side doesn't work properly.
All right, Canadian.
Which is
King of
always
Canadian Hill.
fine until you're on a date. And then once you go on a date, you gotta explain to your date what's going on with your car.
Well, no.
Awkwardness.
No, you see, I can roll it down and roll it up. It doesn't roll up properly. It goes out instead of into the groove it's supposed to go into, so it's
Mine
really
does
loud.
that too on my driver's side. Yeah, mine
Yeah.
does that too. And I'm like, why is there rain coming in my car?
Actually, I don't get any
And-
rain. It doesn't come through. The only time I get water is when it goes through a car wash. That's it.
Weird.
Yeah,
I'm
mine too. And then I try to push it to the track, and it's like, no, I was fine where I was. Thank you. So,
No, I can get mine into where it should go, but it doesn't stop it. Someone has broken into that car, and that's why that window is broken.
thank you, King of Canadian Hill. Oh, I guess I have been following you. Thank you for the follow back. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I dated a guy whose passenger side window didn't go down. They also
Oh.
didn't have AC.
Oh no.
And they had a muffler. Like the muffler on their car kept falling off, so we had
Oh.
to use like a bungee cord to keep the muffler on the car. And this dude was like, I mean, he was sweating because you know, no AC and it's like 110 degrees, but
Yeah.
also he was sweating because he was like, she is like never gonna talk to me again.
So this is my baby. The muffler is half broken. The window doesn't work. I don't have AC. I want
Right.
to go home for a good time.
Right? Are you feeling up for it? Winky, winky, finger guns.
So,
And,
with you saying that, Dodge Gray, back before I started college, it was before I got my college, whatever, getting started. I had
wait,
a 19.
pause.
Yes.
Pause. And then his muffler came off while we were driving to the date. And he had to get out of his car and like get the muffler back and put it back. He couldn't put it on the car. He had to put it in the trunk.
Yeah.
And so driving the car without the muffler on, it was loud
Oh, yeah.
as F.
Oh, yeah. You can hear it coming from 6 blocks away.
At least 6 blocks, a different country, you can hear it.
Oh yeah. You know that's why my car isn't that quiet because the muffler is rusted.
Ah, there you go.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
not quiet, but at the same time, I don't care. It's really funny to watch people try to pass me, and then I go faster than them. I'm like, that little rust bucket. I'm like, just because she looked like a rust bucket, don't mean she got the gut up.
Oh,
Probably past them because they're like, good God, the noise. Girl, please go.
Go,
Me
please, hurry.
blasting my music, not caring. The window's half broken. The muffler's half rusted. Got rust next to the gas tank. I don't care. Guess what? I don't own a note on it. She run.
September says I drive a minivan. September, don't you have kids?
Yes, September has kids.
Yes, so the minivan, hell yeah, rocket.
Yeah, no.
If he was
Canadian
a bachelor.
says minivans equals boss mode. You best believe it.
And so yesterday, or not, the other day, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I'm like, oh yeah, so you know, I got the Cavalier, blah blah, but the Charger's doing pretty good. And he just stares at me. What? I'm like, oh yeah, my other car's a Charger. What?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You're
I'm not gonna
driving.
drive the Charger if I have something that's running. Are you crazy?
Yeah, no, the Charger
September.
gets driven by my husband, who only drives 7 minutes for work, while I drive 20 minutes. We don't want to put the mileage on it.
Yeah.
September has 3 little dragons. Are you
can't believe
Daenerys Targaryen?
Oh, how cute.
Yes.
And then
He's-
you see
He's the
those
father of
people
all
who-
dragons.
Yes.
You see those people who do pizza delivery? I've
Oh,
worked
yeah.
as a pizza delivery driver too. And they're just like, they buy cars, they have these really expensive cars, and they use it to deliver pizza.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, so are you paying off this car? Because by the time you make enough to pay it off, you just run it into the ground.
Yeah,
And
you
the
pretty
insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
knowing that, at least from my experience with my friends who have been those pizza delivery, all you're doing is putting gas in your car and ruining
That's it.
a brand new car.
Yeah.
And you have to pay more in insurance because
Yes.
you're a delivery driver. So it's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, because you're putting the mileage on her.
yeah, also,
Yeah.
you have,
just
you're
like
more
people who
susceptible to
run
get into
for-
accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's people who run for like DoorDash and Uber Eats or whatever you
They
have
don't
where
tell
you
them.
live. But
I don't do
like,
anything.
great opportunity to make money, but you're gonna kill your car. Hey,
Yeah, and some of the cars I've seen with like for us it's skip the dishes, but it's the same thing as Uber Eats. And some of the cars I've seen are really nice cars, and I'm like, why? Why are you use up a beat up piece of garbage that you don't care if it gets hit tomorrow?
so
Though-
funny story about that. I had gotten a DoorDash, and one of the guys pulled up in the most broken down truck you've ever seen, and he actually broke down in front of my house.
Oh,
he had to
no.
have someone. Yeah, he had to come have AAA. Which is a insurance and towing company, come get him. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So I tipped him extra. I
Aw.
was like, I
Give
hope
him some
this
fries.
helps.
Yeah.
I actually gave him one of my burgers.
Aw. Here,
Yeah,
have
he's like,
something.
thank you. He said, I'm starving. I smell this food every day, but I can't touch it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because it's not your food. Yeah.
Yeah, he got tipped actually 75% of what my order was.
Jeez. He planned it.
Hey,
His friend
Hey.
was the tow truck driver.
I'm all about good karma. So,
Yeah, seriously.
but what I was going to say is before college, I had a 1988 Chevrolet Corsica. And if you know what those cars are, they are a metal coffin pretty much.
Jeez.
And the only there was no heat, there was no AC. The only airflow I could get in that car was the driver's side window, was the only one that rolled down, and the sunroof. And there was no power steering, and I almost completely took out a cop car trying to take a right turn. the
He's
terror
like, it's a
on
Corsica. You're excused.
well, the terror on that cop's face was like, if you hit me,
I'm going to die.
you will demolish my car, which is made of nothing but fiberglass.
My car will disintegrate on the littlest touch by your car.
My very first car was a 1985 Chevrolet Celebrity. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but it's a big box on wheels. And when I tell you the exhaust system itself didn't exist, you could hear me coming from Europe for all I know. I was so happy with that car, but driving, everyone was like, where in God's name did you get that car? Crazy.
Europe.
Yeah.
Did
pretty
you hear
much.
it
Handed
coming?
down from my grandpa. just,
The funny part
Oh,
is,
when I got out of that car, I couldn't hear anything. I was like,
oh
"Hi,
yeah.
what are you saying?"
What?
Yeah.
explains it. Grandpa, I said I love you.
My body was still shaking because the whole thing was like vibrating me. I was like, this is fine. So,
And bye.
The vibrations stay with you for like a whole 10 minutes after
they
you're out the car.
do. I
Yeah.
was walking like off that scene of Home Alone after Harry or Marv ends up getting electrocuted at the sink and he's walking and he's shaking.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
King says had a 93 Geo Metro.
Wow, if that's not a blast from the past.
My first car was a 2005 Dodge Neon. It was blue. Her name was Azula for one very good reason, because she electrocuted my husband twice, or shocked my husband twice while
Why-
working on
okay,
her.
So when neons came out, why were they like a plague? They were everywhere.
Dirt cheap. Dirt
They're
cheap.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
were
I think they
everywhere.
were like $12,000 when they came out. They were like a really very inexpensive car, and the parts on them are super easy to get because they were everywhere. I love that car. I would still have that car if I didn't run a stop sign and accidentally hit someone.
Alternative night says someone in
Oops.
Europe be like, "What's that? Didn't I hear an engine from America or something?"
That sounds like
funny.
American
Phoenix
engine.
running errands.
It's all good.
Azula, that's great.
Yeah, she was blue. We called her Azula because she shocked him twice. But yeah, we moved to the city. I was lost, didn't know where I was, and I swear I think it was a stop sign, because I remember there was one stop sign that was behind a tree and I didn't see it till last minute. And there was a car, and I just hit him, and the car got written off, so she's dead. The funny part is, If I had to choose between my Neon being destroyed or my Cavalier, I would tell you to destroy, my Charger or my Cavalier. I would tell you to destroy the Charger.
You know, I used to have a car, and I used to call it the Ice Skate. Had a Chevrolet Spark. It's really teeny, and I absolutely loved that car until there was ice on the roads, and from there, it was like I was in an ice skating competition.
Hello, Midnight Chills.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had when we first moved here, the first car we got was a Hyundai Accent.
Love those cars.
And very nice, but they were like, yeah, but we're going to get you out of that within a year because you're going to lose all what it's worth within a couple years. So we're going to get you...
My first car was a 1985 Oldsmobile Delta 88.
Oh my god. An Oldsmobile. Nice. Oh my god.
1985. Good lord, that was my birth year. Oh my god, a few more gray hairs. Thanks, September.
It just popped right in.
Yeah.
Right.
To make you feel better, that car's older than I am.
Thanks, 42.
You're welcome.
There's more gray hair in my beard now.
Good, you're welcome. I can help with a little more. That's also older than my husband is.
Damn it! Now I've got to go out and buy some more just for men. Lovely.
Damn, I wonder if that stuff really works.
It does. It really does. If you don't buy the right shade, then you look like John Travolta in all his recent movies.
Oh god.
Or Giuliani. Oh no.
Hello, Midnight Chills. We
Welcome.
are doing just fine. How are you?
Welcome.
I think mine was a 1982, 80 something. I think.
9082. What year are you living in?
I don't know. It's my sister gave it to me. It was a Toyota
9082.
Corolla.
She's from Back to the Future. Okay.
She's older than me. I don't know what to say. I don't remember years. Toyota Corolla, and I learned how to drive stick shift on it.
Oh jeez.
Holy crap. Like, you hate it at first, but then you realize that once you have to go to automatic, it's not the same. You miss it.
Yeah.
You end up like putting your hand on the emergency brake just out of habit, and that's such a bad thing to do.
Yes, I've done that before and came to a screeching halt at a stop sign and took out 3 cars.
Holy what?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
flying. I wasn't paying attention. I was one of those people. I don't do it anymore, but I was texting on my phone, and I was like, oh, no.
That'll scare you straight. Holy crap.
Somber says, I went 60 down an unsalted interstate because the clear side was full of people going 25 and I was running late. Talk about skating.
A little 2002 PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser. Those things are like hearses on wheels. Oh my God.
I test drive the PT Cruiser before. I had to choose either a PT Cruiser or a Dodge Stratus. And I was like,
Stratus is, oh God, it makes
I
my
would-
skin crawl.
I would take a Dodge Stratus anytime over a PT Cruiser. The handling was just too weird.
Yeah, PT Cruisers are weird. And then too, once they go bad, the whole car starts wobbling and the gear shift is just like, yeah, I don't like you today.
Yeah, it didn't like me during that trial run.
There you go, 42. There you go, 42. King says old 9082, or Dodge, I'm sorry, old 9082 in the future.
Yeah, that'd be actually a thing. Oh.
I said 1982, not 9082. Gosh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I heard 9082. I was like, what?
Oh, that's why I thought I was talking about the future. No, I said 1982.
I love the Dodge drives to Dodge.
It was meant to be midnight. I was like, this car, I like this car's style.
I must drive my
Something
Dodge.
about it.
Oh, jeez.
No, those are gonna say no. So I had to learn how to drive stick for a job because they gave me the truck, and I actually told them I don't know how to drive stick. I will learn, but give me some time. They gave me a whole 2 weeks to learn how to drive stick, and then took the car away from me because I wasn't learning fast enough. And I'm like, I told you flat out, I never drove a stick in my whole goddamn life. Like, and every time you've seen me was on a hill, so
Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah, no. So I actually drive with my hand on the gear shift all the time. but I've always done that.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do that too. I did that in my Chevy Spark one day and accidentally knocked it into first gear, and I was like, "Why am I driving so slow?"
No, I think I do it subconsciously because if you go onto ice, you can throw her into neutral, or if your car acts weird, you can throw her into neutral and she'll at least stop revving. So
right.
Yeah, no.
Well, I had done that in the Stowe and the Spark because you're supposed to drive it actually in second or first gear, so you don't accelerate too fast and slide. Because even in Kentucky, when we do get winter, we don't get snow anymore. We just get straight ice.
You just get iced.
Yeah, iced it did.
And
I have to be at the ready at all time. Even in my Honda now, even though it's a front wheel drive, I still have to be careful. I know how it is.
So I learned right with a stick shift, and then at some point my friend needed me to drive them home, and they had a stick shift, and no one else knew how to drive a stick shift. And they were like, "Hey, you know how to drive when it's right? You can do it. You can drive." And I was like, yes, but your car is different from the car I learned to drive on. They're like, no, it's all the same. You'll be fine.
No, it's not.
I was like, okay, let's give it a go. I don't want to die today. So I went and, dude, it's not this. You can't just go from one car to the other driving stick shift. You have to get the pressure and the rhythm.
Yep.
And you gotta get that down.
Every gear is different. Like every gear shift's different. Every car's different. My husband learned on a truck that had a clutch that was so nothing left that if you were a hair's breadth off, you stalled. He's really good at stick shift now.
Yeah.
He can get thrown into any car and he can figure it out pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Wow. It would take me time.
Oh, that's only because of the lack of clutch. Like he says, flat out, you learned very quickly, or you didn't drive, and that was the only car he had access to. So
can't get the 3 pedals figured out. I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
Oh, I love it. I miss it so much. Where can I even find one now?
You can order them. If you order a new car, you can ask for it to be standard instead of manual. Yeah, and actually they knock prices off unless it's a truck, and then they add price on.
Oh, yeah,
so
cars are cheaper, trucks are more expensive. Don't
have
ask.
you ever been in a car with someone who says I can drive a stick, like I have, and they're like, yeah, sure. I get in the car and end up with whiplash because they're not
Even
throwing it into gear right.
Yeah.
Even if you know, there are people who know how to drive stick shift, and they still just, the way they shift just makes you go like,
I get out
so
and
annoying.
I'm like, I hope you have a neck brace because this hurt.
No, see, not many people I knew ever drove stick, but my dad, for the longest time, had a stick shift, and he was always smooth at it, and he literally told me he would drive that car into the ground, and he did. Yeah, he drove that car into the ground.
That's how you can drive Hondas. That's why I love them.
It was a Ford not Fiesta.
Achoo. 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 Excuse me.
This is the cutest sneezes ever.
Was that a sneeze?
Yes, it was a sneeze.
That sounded like a newborn kitten. Oh,
Really? Oh my god, those are the cutest sneezes I've ever heard in my life.
Bye, guys. Nice meeting you.
When I sneeze, you can hear me like in the next neighborhood. Good
Same.
God.
Same.
I'm like, yeah, oh my god.
Escape? No. Yeah, I think it was a Ford Escape. That's what they drove.
Ford Escape. Wow.
No sorry.
Shade, but I'm shocked a Ford lasts that long.
No, it wasn't the Escape. Hold on. It's Focus. They had a Ford Focus. They had 2 Ford Focuses. One was a stick shift, and the other one wasn't. That's what it was. It was a Ford Focus.
September. I saw a truck driver yesterday stall his truck because he couldn't shift right. I see that all the time.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
King said, "Bless you," and yes, this is how she makes the sneeze. Oh,
It's adorable. I'm sorry, you have cute sneezes. My sneezes sound like the demon is trying to get out of me, and it hurts my back.
Alternative. Can I hear you sneeze from the other side of the world, though? Yes, you can, actually. I have a very loud sneeze.
You know when you wake up from a dead sleep, it's just like, oh my god, what the hell was that? That's because
Mine's an
Phoenix.
attack.
That's because Phoenix Fire has sneezed, and he has woken
So
you
whenever
up.
you hear those, like, weird, like, this country has never had an earthquake, but we experienced one today. I was just sneezing. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Mine
That'll be
sounds like a
alright.
shotgun going off. Yeah.
Oh, God. The worst part about it is when you're in the middle of a narration and you don't hit the mute button in time, and it's like, and you're like, oh God.
See, I just delete the whole thing and don't listen back. I'm just like, nope, it's fine. The sneeze didn't happen. We don't talk about it. Sneezes don't happen. I sneeze like a dad. You can hear me sneeze for 4 states away.
Yeah. Mine is terrible. Or when I cough and I haven't turned my head in time, and then I blow my eardrums out because I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to hit mute.
Midnight says my sneeze sounds like a fighting game death cry. So what am I imagining? Was it a? No, I'm thinking Ninja Gaiden, but that's not what I'm. That's not the thing I'm hearing in my head. Like, ah.
King says I yell out, but Chewy. It's all good. But
I could
Chewy?
see him doing that too. But Chewy! I just sneeze. It's.
I like the silent sneezers where it kind of sounds like they're having a fit or something. They're like, I'm like,
It's like, like, are you okay? Just sneezing. Are you sure you're sneezing?
you sound like a bird in the wild. Like, what is happening?
Just like, are you sure?
Yeah, wait. If I try to hold in my sneeze, it sounds like I'm gonna blow my head off.
Oh,
have
God.
mercy.
Yeah, you ever sneeze so hard your hearing, like you start getting tinnitus?
You're just.
Yes, or my ears pop, and I'm like,
Your ears pop, yeah.
I need to lay down. 'Cause
I just need a moment. Just give me a moment. I'm old. I'm your grandpa. It's all good. It's just I sneezed too hard.
that, or it feels like I pulled a muscle in my
Or you
rib,
pulled
and
a
I'm like,
muscle.
oh yeah.
That's not fun. I have pulled a muscle because of coughing, so that was fun.
Oh, sure.
Cool.
My
COVID.
jugular is gonna explode out of the side of my neck, and I'm like, good God. Now just
Yeah,
let it happen.
don't pull a muscle in your chest. It really sucks, man. And then move a
Yeah.
bunch of towel the next day. Really not a good idea.
Midnight. Ever sneeze so hard your eyes pop out and your nose flies up? Yes, I have.
Look, he's a phoenix. He just put it all back. The fire fixed it. It's all good.
My new nickname is the Frankenstein Phoenix. Yes, I lose a lot of appendages every time I try to sneeze. That sucks.
It's so you're phoenix, vampire, Frankenstein's monster.
God knows what new name I will end up with by the end of this stream.
Welcome to 242 Streams. We give you nicknames.
I will have to rebrand my entire channel.
To Phoenix, vampire, Frankenstein's monster.
You're gonna need to have like a part 1 and a part 2 to your name. There's gonna be like so many parts.
Part 1. Part 2 will be updated tomorrow.
PVFM. I sound like a file name at this point. Jeez. Can you please send your recording in PFF or PFM? Yes, thank you.
Sounds like a military strategy tactics.
September. I sneezed so hard once I got a nosebleed. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I've never had a nosebleed before, but ouch.
They suck. They just don't want to stop. Because of course all the blood's going to your brain, so the nosebleeds suck, man.
Well, I've sneezed so hard I've bitten my tongue before. I'm like, ooh. I was like, what is that popper taste? Oh, I bit my tongue out of my mouth. Great.
Great. So before we finish the stream, Dodge, do you have anything coming up that you want to talk about?
Did I? So I added another YouTube channel.
That's what, your 7th one?
I think I've lost count at some point. Was it? The last time I talked to you, did I have writer's lift?
I don't
YT?
think so.
I don't think I did.
No, that explains why the writers lifted followed me all of a sudden.
And then I was back then. I was like, this is too much work, and then
Yeah.
I added another channel.
Girl, two. Max is 2. Don't do any
Max
more than that.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna have to sacrifice one because I have like
20.
79.
Jesus. 82. You have 82 of them.
I think that's the go-to number for me now. Everything's 82 now. So yeah, I have another YouTube channel, Writers Lift YT, but I'm still trying to work on Dodge the Grave, which just horror narrations. Writers Lift YT is focused on other genres, poetry, short stories, like reading the first chapter of an author's book so that they get more noticed. Just everything else. I'm not even going to mention the ASMR channel. We're going to leave that to the side.
So, Writers Lift, YT.
Yes. Yeah. I'm working on, I have a few authors who have partnered up with me who are just like, yes, please read my stuff. And I'm like, thank you for giving me the chance. Because, they don't know me from horror narrations. I'm just some random chick that popped up out of nowhere. And they're like,
You just dodged
Hey.
out of the abyss.
yeah, just out of nowhere. So the fact that they're giving me that opportunity to read their work, it's huge. Yeah.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Phoenix Fire? Or Phoenix Vampire? Or Phoenix the Frankenstein's Monster? Whatever name you would like to go with at this moment. Anything-
Whatever author would like to stitch their story onto me, I'll read it. I have actually today, I normally post on the weekends. So I have got my big collab coming out today that I collabed with 4 other narrators. And then I have some other projects I'm working on. Currently, I'm trying to figure out how YouTube Shorts work.
I can kind of
I've
help
got-
you with that one.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I am figuring that out. Other than that, I have a published author who enjoyed one of the stories that I did. So he wants me to narrate a few of his stories.
Ooh.
Other than that, it is just working on this and collabing. I'm one of those people where I don't mind a collab with people that I've done before, but I am doing my best to reach out to collab with people I haven't done before. My main goal is to collab with one person from every country possible.
Interesting.
So, yes, that's a goal of mine. And surprisingly enough, I get a lot of Australian collabs, which is awesome because I love their accent. So currently I'm on the search for a narrator with a British accent, an African accent, Irish and Scottish, and so on. So that's all I have going on over here in my world.
Well, it's funny because someone's like, you were asking for a female narrator, and I think it was Count Julius is like, 242 reads, and I'm like, he has my number. He knows where to call.
Well, and I tend to lean on you a lot, 42. But here's the thing, and this is by all no means shady, because I know everyone starts somewhere. But I've gotten a lot of responses from female narrators, but I tend to get a lot of narrators who aren't set up to narrate.
Right.
So they do send me their work, and unfortunately, and it makes me feel bad, I just can't use the audio because it's either distorted or it sounds like they're in like a tunnel or whatnot. And they're really good narrators. It's just
They haven't
their
got it.
audio's not.
They have to
Yeah,
get
their
set up.
audio's not good. Yeah. So
When I was starting, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. Go ahead.
When I was first starting trying to work with new narrators, I was just like, yeah, just give me whatever audio, read these lines, send them to me. But then I would end up spending days trying to fix it. So now I'm like, all right, let me hear how you sound when you read these lines. And then if it's not up to par, I can't invest that much time in fixing it. So I
Yeah.
asked them to read it first and give them advice if I can to help them improve it. But
See, I've done that too, but unfortunately, and there are some people, you know, and I completely get it because I started there before too. They don't have the means at the current moment to go get proper setup,
Yes.
which is fine. But I do, even the ones that send me bad audio in my, you know, software, I do my best to try to fix it as much as possible. But unfortunately, it just comes out muddy. It doesn't sound right.
right.
And whenever I do my narrations, I'm very picky about how they sound because, you know, we all have our specific sound.
Yes.
And if it doesn't fit, I'm like, I really want to use you, but it just won't sound
It's not
right.
there. It's not there, guys. And,
It's not there.
and the only way it just takes time also, and you do have to put some money into it to actually do it properly. I have issues with collabing with smaller channels, tend to have less than favorable audio, and bigger channels tend to ghost me. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. For my channel, tomorrow is 9 Glitch in the Matrix stories. It's just under an hour long because I'm a crazy 42. But Miss Creepy Tales joined me and sent me a bunch of audio, so she really helped me out. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been nearly as long. But so it's Miss Creepy Tales joins me to tell you Glitch in the Matrix stories, and some of them are really good, like really bizarre. I quite enjoyed this mix, so. But yeah.
Nice. You have a lot going on, 42.
I always have a lot going on.
I know.
I called in a favor. I sent her a bit of audio. I was like, actually, could you send me a couple for mine? And then, yeah, that was it. It's just, you know, that's how it works. You
It is.
help
It is.
someone, they help you. That's the idea. I don't have any
Well,
money to give them.
Well, in this community, it's nice. And that's the reason I started collabing, because we are a family. And underneath it all, you know, some people treat it as a competition. I'm like, no, guys, come on. Unless you're making like thousands and millions of dollars off this stuff, we're just people out here in the world trying to give a voice to these author stories.
Yes.
And it's not a competition. It's something fun to do. And I don't know about you, but it's also a stress reliever. It helps my anxiety, helps my depression when I can get behind a microphone and become someone else for a while, if that makes sense.
And when you don't do it for a while, you feel like crap.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So even now I'm going to posting once or twice a week on the weekend. Through the week, I'm like, something's missing. Something's wrong.
Well, see, I'm working on the video throughout the whole week. But I do it chunks, like bits and pieces, right? I have certain things that get done. So through the whole week, I'm working on my video, which is why it's the way it is. Welcome, Hearthside Gaming. We're just wrapping up right now. Welcome. So yeah, check out Dodge's other channel.
Or just my primary. That's
or just go Dodge the Grave. Phoenix
start
Fire.
there.
Yeah, that's a great thing to start with Dodge the Grave. She's got over 700 subscribers, and then Phoenix Fire, who has over 200, just shy of 300 at this point. And welcome, Spencer. I did not see you come in.
No, he's Hearthside Gaming, and then he switched over to
I see that now.
Yeah.
Well,
Be a
welcome.
ninja.
Spencer. Oh, yes. Hi, Spencer. He and I were just talking the other day on Twitter. Hi, Spence.
Dang, I missed most of it. It's all good.
It's okay. I do believe 42 uploads this to.
Yeah,
you
it stays permanently on YouTube. It doesn't go anywhere, so you can
You
always
can listen
rewatch.
to it. It was a blast when we first got started. I think we were laughing more than talking at one point.
Yes, we almost killed poor creepy clown girl.
Mama, as I call her, Mama Clown.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm about to pee myself." I'm like, "Oh my god." Thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you all have a good day. Enjoy your Saturday, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Have a great
Bye.
day.